Hello champions, how are you? Miss Mita, hope all of you stay healthy and stay safe. Okay, after this, Miss Mita is going to tell you some facts from ebook. Okay, check it out. Okay, champions, now Miss Mita will tell you a story about Cleopatra. Okay, let's restart. 2000 years ago, the king of Egypt had a baby daughter. Her name was Cleopatra. Cleopatra's family had ruled over Egypt for 300 years, but they themselves were not Egyptians. They came from Greece. They spoke Greek, not Egyptian, and they worshipped Greek gods and goddesses. Cleopatra grew up at her father's court in Alexandria, a rich and a beautiful city by the sea. She learned a lot about Egypt's past. When the pyramids had been built, the kings were called pharaohs. She found out that the pharaohs had once ruled over many lands in Asia and Africa as well as Egypt. All these lands had formed a huge Egyptian empire. Cleopatra wished that Egypt still had an empire stretching far and wide. It was so much grander to rule an empire than just a kingdom. Cleopatra was 18 when her father died. Her brother now had to rule Egypt. The new king's name was Ptolemy. He was only 10 years old, but already he was married. It happened like this. The Egyptian had a goddess named Isis, who was married to her brother Osiris. Brothers and sisters in the Egyptian royal family used to marry each other too. So, little King Ptolemy's wife was his sister, Cleopatra. When Cleopatra became queen, she was a well-educated young woman. She could speak several languages, including Egyptian, and her voice was especially beautiful. People loved to be with her just to hear her speak, but her brother and his advisors ignored her. They thought that only men knew how to rule. Cleopatra was determined that one day she would prove them wrong. Egypt was a rich country, but life was hard for many of its people. They prayed to a number of gods for help, like Ra, the king of the sun. They sometimes worshipped their rulers too. Cleopatra became very popular with the ordinary people of Egypt. They called her the daughter of Ra. Cleopatra liked being worshipped in this way. She also enjoyed seeing statues of herself looking like the goddess Isis. Egypt's religion became very important to her. She took part in holy procession and paid for all ruined temples to be rebuilt. Some Eastern holy books said that one day a mysterious woman would rule first Egypt and then the whole wide world. Cleopatra hoped it would be her, but King Ptolemy had other plans for his sister. Even though the people were starting to love Cleopatra, he and his advisors chased her out of Egypt. This was partly because he was planning to make the Egyptians friendlier with the mighty Romans. A great Roman leader arrived in Alexandria. He had once lent money to Cleopatra's father. Now he wanted to be paid back. His name was Julius Caesar, and he had led the Roman army to many victories. Some people said he would soon become king in Rome. This would have been unusual. For hundreds of years, there had been no Roman royal family. Instead, Rome's leading citizens had regular elections when they chose who would rule them. Caesar had heard that Ptolemy and Cleopatra had argued, so he invited both of them to come to him and try to make up. Ptolemy came, but his advisors put guards around Caesar's place to stop Cleopatra from getting into. Cleopatra would not be put off. She hid herself inside a rock. The rock was sent as a present to Caesar, and when he unrolled it inside his place, out jumped the queen. Ptolemy refused to rule with Cleopatra. So Caesar led the Romans in a war against him and put Cleopatra back on her throne. Ptolemy died in the fighting, so Cleopatra's younger brother became her husband, but the man she lived with now was Julius Caesar himself. Caesar was 52 years old and Cleopatra was just 20. After a short stay with Cleopatra in Egypt, Caesar returned to Rome. Cleopatra went to join him. They then made plans for the Egyptians and Romans to work closely together in the future. Okay, there are 33 pages, so we are going to continue discuss this in Zoom meeting. Okay, see you. Thank you. Okay, I think those are really a great facts. And Miss Mita, hope all of you enjoy the video, and from that facts, you can increase your knowledges and happy. Okay, remember, stay healthy and stay safe. God bless you. Bye.